Hi and welcome to Discover Oklahoma. I'm Lauren Nelson.
And I'm Dean O'Lally. Today we're coming to you from the White Feather in Pauls Valley.
They describe themselves as a trendy boutique in small-town Oklahoma. The shop is full of all sorts of cute clothes, jewelry, and accessories. And if you can't make it to Pauls Valley, you can always shop online. We'll show you around throughout the show.
But first, if you want to see some history of the Great Plains and Native Americans, here's a place that you need to go.
Let's head to my hometown of Lawton to check out the Museum of the Great Plains. A visual history of the life and people of the Great Plains is on display at the Museum of the Great Plains in Lawton.
We explore the history of man on the Great Plains, of humans on the Great Plains. So we start about 11,000 years ago with the first evidence of people on the plains, and then we go right through the present. We have a strong focus on Lawton and southwest Oklahoma and the southern plains in particular. All of our exhibits through the museum have interactive components, so we mean for people to have fun while they're here and learn, about the history.
The interactive exhibits begin as soon as you step inside.
When you come into the first gallery, we have the floor map, so we try to define for people what the Great Plains is, get that image in their mind.
From life on the cattle trail to Native American artifacts and exhibits, you can immerse yourself into the culture of this special area in our state.
Indigenous people are a big part of our story here. We discuss about where the tribes or the groups that ended up here, where they came from, what life was like before European contact, what it was like after European contact, and then with settlement, allotment, and all those issues. Right up to the modern day. We actually have a tent that kind of is like what the tent city that was established here before Lawton had permanent buildings. We have an area about cowboys where you can pretend you're sleeping out on the range, play guitar, pretend you're cooking an evening meal.
You can even experience what it would be like on a real dig site as you search for fossils.
We have a dig site, and that portrays the oldest human occupation in this area that we know of. So you can actually dig for mastodon bones that are set into that exhibit.
And take a step back in time in the old-fashioned general store.
The idea is to use the merchandise in the store to fill people's orders. Or you can take shopping lists if you're going to, build a stool or bake a cake or whatever. Take those shopping lists and find the things in the store that you would need.
If you visited before, you'll want to plan a return trip because there are a few new things to see.
Of course, we have the teepee that we're beside right now, which is another interactive exhibit. We chose a canvas teepee. And it's kind of a generic plains teepee, although it is a 4-pole like the Comanche would have set up their teepees.
Plan your trip to the Museum of the Great Plains, a hands-on experience of what life was like on the Great Plains way back when and even today. The Museum of the Great Plains is open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Sunday, 1 to 5. You'll find them at 601 Northwest Ferris in Lawton. From the Great Plains now to the hills of southeastern Oklahoma to what's become the hottest tourist spot in our state.
Broken Bow, Oklahoma is just home to so many beautiful places, but none like fly fishing the lower Mountain Fork River. We got to try it out with Lieutenant Governor Matt Pinnell.
On this beautiful morning in Beavers Bend State Park, the excitement was rising much like the mystic steam fog off the lower Mountain Fork River.
I grew up, bass fishing, crappie fishing in lakes all across Oklahoma, but I never have been fly fishing. But I will tell you, it doesn't get more beautiful than this down in Broken Bow fly fishing. My sons, when we said we were coming to Broken Bow, they said, "Hey, can we go fishing, Dad?" I said, "Not only that, we're going to go trout fishing." These are the kind of memories that you really can't put a dollar figure on, and so really blessed to be able to do it. And they're looking forward to it. Their first time to go trout fishing as well.
Looking forward to hearing and seeing the gentle lapping of waves and the tug on a fishing line. You simply can't beat that with the colorful and peaceful surroundings of the area.
I think I told you one time, trout do not live in ugly places. This is the only place in the United States that's this way because of the way the configuration of the river is. They can generate, and we can still fish for 5 miles of the river, where no other place in the United States can say that.
Like I said, we're going to start simple, guys. We're not going to do anything big, complicated, no super long cast. Everybody thinks of this as you have to do what I call the river runs through it cast, which is the back and forth through the air.
After more instructions, it was time to fish.
All right. Well, when you all catch a fish, I got to hold your fish for you because you'll probably catch one before I will.
And that's exactly what happened. 10 seconds after the Lieutenant Governor's youngest son, Thomas, threw in his line, he hooked one. Not bad at all for the first time trout fishing.
Ladies, get a high five.
Good job, bud.
And while there were several close calls and near misses over the next hour, to something I do often, fly fishing.
Caught a rock.
Today's first attempt at fishing for trout was really not about catching fish, but about the fun, peaceful, and memorable experience.
It's pretty fun. I kind of like it. Yeah, and then Thomas caught one. He put the hook in the water and it came out, and the fish came out.
You caught a fish, man. Huh? You caught a fish.
And for the young man Thomas, he not only caught a fish, but a rather large crawdad. Tell me about the excitement when you caught that fish this morning.
Good.
When I asked Thomas if he liked being out in the water, he sounded like a true fisherman.
Because I catch a lot of fish.
The memories is what this is about. I mean, for Oklahomans watching this, or anyone watching this around the country, you got to get to Broken Bow to trout fish.
That's true, but more importantly is the hope and anticipation of another family fishing experience.
You can plan your trip to Beavers Bend State Park on our State Parks app. Just download it or hit up the website travelok.com. There you'll also find the Oklahoma Fishing Trail Guide. Just click where it says Request Free Brochures.
Coming up on Discover Oklahoma.
We teach it so they can take it home, build their own, have a great hobby.
How you can create a beautiful work of art in the heart of Tulsa.
Yeah, so the apricot habanero pepper jelly by the Freed Family Farm in Okeene is one of my favorites.
Plus, wait until you see what else they've got on the corner in Okeene.
You can bring your whole family here instead of trying to decide on one restaurant to go to and nobody ever agreeing. You can all come to one place. Everybody can get food that they want.
And solve the age-old argument about where to eat with a stop at this hot Edmond location. It's all coming up a little bit later right here on Discover Oklahoma.
Imagine limitless possibilities with the Oklahoma Travel Guide. Imagine world-class wonderlands, road trips that inspire. Imagine date night elevated. Order your free guide at travelok.com. Imagine that.
Welcome back to Discover Oklahoma, coming to you from the White Feather Boutique in Pauls Valley, a great place to stop and shop. There are so many cute things to find here.
And up in Tulsa, you can certainly find some beautiful things, stained glass to be exact. Right now, Jason Grubbs is going to show us how you can take some home.
On this particular day in Tulsa, it's a little rainy, a little cool, and a little gray. But step inside the Tulsa Stained Glass studio and the colors of the rainbow come alive. Richard Boehm has been working with stained glass for a very long time.
Longer than what I want to admit to anymore. So yeah, we've been doing it since 1975.
His 6,000 square foot store at 41st and South Sheridan includes a showroom, shop, and large space for classes where you can learn all about how these puzzle pieces fit together.
It's very malleable.
Color combination, design, and more.
And that's part of our educational program is teaching people about glass and in particular how it's made and all that kind of stuff and the way that it's made for the stained glass industry.
Richard's story started in the 1970s when his wife and sister were taking stained glass lessons.
Took it to shows, and before you know it, we were up and going, and I was out of the contract drafting engineering business and into building stuff.
Decades later, he's still building stuff, full of beauty and color, filling the Tulsa Stained Glass studio with works of art you can buy.
There's a lot of time, a lot of energy that goes into it.
One of the more popular items is the City of Tulsa flag. You can get it as stained glass or as a mosaic kit you can do yourself. The shop handles repairs and restorations to custom creations in all shape, size, and color. And boy, are there a lot of pieces of glass in here.
Oh, there's hundreds. There's hundreds. Yeah.
In every color.
In every color. This is the same glass, same manufacturing as you will see in the castles, all the great cathedrals in Europe. Same material, same glass.
There's also a lot of really old, fantastic pieces Richard has collected from customers over the years.
People have said, you know, this is beautiful, I need to do something with it. I want to make sure it has a good home and that it can be seen and enjoyed.
Mix and match your favorite colors for a DIY mosaic you can do at home. Or choose from a 3-hour class with friends to a 3-day weekend workshop. Richard even has courses online.
We teach it so they can take it home, build their own, have a great hobby.
It's an art form that's been around for centuries, and since glass is made from natural materials, Richard says the colors won't fade, giving you years of enjoyment to come. I'm Jason Grubbs for Discover Oklahoma.
You'll find Tulsa Stained Glass at 4131 South Sheridan in Tulsa. They're open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., closed on Sundays.
That was certainly a unique and beautiful shop.
And our next stop has something unique about it. We're going to do a little shopping at a refurbished gas station. Come along with me now to the Corner in Okeene.
These two buildings on the corner in Okeene were up for sale, and they did not sell, so a local businessman purchased them for us, and he donated them in the name of the Okeene Historic Preservation Group.
That local successful businessman is Bob Ford. He was a helicopter pilot in Vietnam and is now co-owner, along with his brother, of the Shawnee Milling Company. Now, this is what the intersection used to look like, and now this is today.
Well, the location, it's right here at the four corners of Okeene. Everybody calls it the four-way intersection, and it's an easy place to stop and shop on Main Street, and coming here and unusual gifts from all over.
What makes up this corner are 4 stores in particular. They are called the Garage, the Vusvavic, and the Beer Garden, all of which you can rent out for receptions, reunions, or birthday parties. But the crown jewel is the Corner Okeene, a wonderful and fun store in which to shop. They have food, jewelry, shirts, plants, coffee cups, even dog food. But the catch is close to 90% of the merchandise is made by people in the area.
We have a lot of local vendors and feed Free Farms. Another new one is Clayhoma with Rachel Nault. She has some jewelry over there.
Another featured artist in the store is Diane Sublett. She is the creator of Plants by Dee Dee.
After I retired, I needed a hobby, and so this was one of them. And succulents are fun. They're easy to grow if you don't overwater them, and I love this window. I love this window.
Diane is also a fan of the store itself.
One year I did all my Christmas shopping here. I just came in and got it all boxed up and did all my mailing off from here.
So I think one of the things that makes this store so interesting is how much it showcases not just what's made in Oklahoma, but products that are made locally in Okeene. The various food products that are made here, the salsas, the jellies, anything like Freed Farms with the different lotions and products for women and shave kits for men. It's kind of surprising to see what's made in small town Oklahoma, things you would never think might be made here.
For example,
yeah, so the apricot habanero pepper jelly by the Freed Family Farm in Okeene is one of my favorites. I'm a very big fan of spicy foods and sweet the same, and this kind of combines the two into one.
You can even find impressive, very cool repurposed furniture. The Corner Okeene is an excellent example of shop local, especially when the products are made locally.
I think it's important to know when you shop local in this town, your money stays here and we invest it back into our community. Promote local businesses and to keep our economy and this style of rural living alive.
The Corner is located at the intersection of Highway 51 and Highway 8 in Okeene. They're open afternoons only, Tuesday through Friday, 1:30 to 5:30 p.m. and 10 to 2 on Saturday. They're closed on Sundays and Mondays.
Coming up on Discover Oklahoma.
Handmade is something that I'm really passionate about.
One of the top spots for shopping in Stillwater.
It's 10,000 square feet covered. It seats about 300. So, you know, it's good for all weather.
And grab a bite to eat at this Edmond Food Hall. We'll give you a sneak peek when Discover Oklahoma continues.
Why order a free Oklahoma outdoor guide? Uncover unique wonders. Cultivate your curiosity. And wake up your wild side. Order or download your free copy today.
Welcome back to the White Feather in Pauls Valley, a unique boutique with a small town Oklahoma welcome. This is a shopper's paradise for sure.
And if you head north for around an hour and a half, you'll actually run into another one. Right now, Deanne Stein is going to show us around the Rhinestone Cowgirl in Stillwater.
At Rhinestone Cowgirl, they call themselves a super sparkly girly boutique because once you step inside, that's exactly what you'll find.
We love items that are really just different, that some do, a lot of it does sparkle. We buy keychains with glitter in them. Our t-shirts have glitter screen printed on them.
But the sparkle here is just the icing on the cake for owner Miranda Dickinson.
My main goal was I want to sell cute OSU spirit wear. So that was kind of how I got started.
She even designs a lot of the t-shirts and sweatshirts herself.
I love to sit down and just kind of, you know, design stuff designs for OSU that I think are different, like a leopard print in the letters, or you know, adding hot pink and turquoise with it.
And her customers are a fan. The spirit wear items are her best sellers.
A lot of our clientele is OSU alum that come and visit. We get a lot of tourism from the campus, people visiting the campus.
Along with college students and locals.
They love coming in and picking up gifts, you know, for teachers or for a friend, or birthday gifts.
If you're not an OSU fan, Miranda says no problem.
We have all kinds of stuff for everybody, not just that OSU fan, but anybody that happens to be in Stillwater will probably come in a Rhinestone Cowgirl and find something that they can't live without.
Along with the wide selection of clothing, you can find everything from jewelry and fun accessories to kitchen gadgets and even homemade goods.
Handmade is something that I'm really passionate about. I really love finding vendors that are handmade. You know, someone that's making like car freshies, or someone that's made really cute notepads. We love handmade, and I love supporting small businesses that make handmade too.
There's even merchandise made just for her store, like the popular watercolor mug.
It's a design that I kind of put together on a piece of paper and sent it to a watercolor artist, and she brought it to life for us. That's one of our best-selling mugs. It's a great tourist item. Somebody visiting will pick one up.
Miranda and her staff will even gift wrap your purchases.
Gift wrapping is one of our favorite things to do because, you know, gifts are joy, and giving a gift and seeing someone open that gift, or, you know, receiving gifts for anyone is joyful.
Like the gift of all her customers who have stopped in to see her along historic Campus Corner for more than a decade. In Stillwater, I'm Deanne Stein for Discover Oklahoma.
The Rhinestone Cowgirl is located at 223 South Knobloch in Stillwater, open Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Sunday, noon to 4.
Up next on Discover Oklahoma.
Cities, they have ice cream and cookies, Blue Jays, gourmet burgers, hot dogs, grilled cheese.
The location with a little something for everyone when Discover Oklahoma continues.
There are some things you just can't contain. Oklahoma Today magazine is bursting with culture. Mind-blowing restaurants, trips, adventures, and so much more. This Valentine's Day, surprise your special someone with an irresistible one-year subscription. Now only $14.95. Oklahoma Today magazine. Break through the ordinary.
We've had a very nice time looking around the White Feather in Pauls Valley.
And on the way home, it's my turn to show off a great spot to stop off and eat. Let's head to the Edmond Railyard in Edmond. You're planning a night out for dinner, but no one can decide what they want to eat. Has that ever happened to your family? Well, now everyone can get exactly what they want, all in the same place at the Edmond Railyard.
It's kind of a quasi mixed-use market hall / food hall.
It's a one-stop shop for your whole family. I mean, we have everything from ice cream, burgers, tacos, Korean barbecue, pizza.
Chris and Casey opened the Railyard about a year and a half ago in an historic part of downtown Edmond.
When we purchased it, it was a lumber yard, just one big building. And so we were trying to figure out a way to have businesses inside but not be, you know, off the street, not visible. When these doors are open, people walk through here just like a street, so all these businesses essentially have frontage.
There's been kind of a renaissance in downtown Edmond happening over the last few years, and as that's happened, we hear the need for it, and just us in general having families, not wanting to, we can't always just drive 30 minutes away to go somewhere a little bit more hip, cool, local restaurants. and operators, and so we decided to do it in our own backyard.
When you step inside, you'll see a long row of restaurants with so many options that everyone in your group will find something to satisfy their taste buds.
You can bring your whole family here. Instead of trying to decide on one restaurant to go to and nobody ever agreeing, you can all come to one place. Everybody can get food that they want. Cities, they have ice cream and cookies. Blue Jays, gourmet burgers, hot dogs, grilled cheese. Taqueria El Camino is street tacos, burritos. Gogi Go is a Korean barbecue. Oak City Pizza is a wood fire pizza. And Hot Wings has wings. 1884 is our bar, craft bar. They also have a pretty extensive food menu. Every restaurant here is locally owned and operated.
There is no shortage of space for you to spread out and enjoy your meal.
Each restaurant has seating inside. We also have the common area seating, so you can grab food from anywhere, eat anywhere, go on the patio. It's 10,000 square feet covered. It seats about 300. So, you know, it's good for all weather. Also the world we live in today with social distancing. We have a green space for kids to play. We have cornhole games. I mean, it's just, there's a lot to do outside as well.
Plan your trip to the Edmond Railyard for endless food options and a cool atmosphere for any group.
Somewhere where the whole family can come, everybody gets what they want, everybody's happy, everybody has a place to sit, kids can play outside.
The Edmond Railyard is at 23 West 1st Street in Edmond. They're open just in time for lunch at 11 a.m. every day. Closing times vary. Hit up their website or Facebook page for details.
And no matter where your next road trip takes you, the Discover Oklahoma Dining Guide will help you find a great place to eat. Just log on to our website, travelok.com, and click Request Free Brochures to get your copy.
A huge thank you to the great folks here at the White Feather in Pauls Valley for hosting us this week. You'll find them at 109 West Paul Avenue here in Pauls Valley. They're open 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday and until 2 p.m. on Saturdays. They're closed on Sundays. And if you can't make it to Pauls Valley, shop online at their website, shopthewhitefeather.com.
And coming up next Saturday on Discover Oklahoma, a little comfort food at a classic diner in Oklahoma City.
Plus, we're behind the scenes at the Oklahoma Aquarium feeding the sharks. Find out how to plan your own animal encounter there next week right here on Discover Oklahoma.
So until next time, remember,
there's always something to discover in Oklahoma.